Color blindness is a global phenomenon and one of the most common defects in the human body. About 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women struggle with the effects of color blindness. In total in the world, 300 million people have some form of color blindness, which can cause a lot of trouble. There are many problems a colorblind person struggles with every day. Problems that a normal color-seeing person might not have any idea what it means. That's because most in-house tasks require you to distinguish between colors of objects. For example, doing your laundry. What if there was a way that colorblind and maybe even blind people can still do their in-house tasks without any problems? What if there was a device that could use a sensor that detects color, and at the push of a button it could tell the user using a speaker what the color of the object is?
So, the circuit consists of three main components: the color sensor, the Raspberry Pi and the speaker. The color sensor is connected using the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi, and it sends its information and gets power from the Pi using these GPIO pins. An additional 4 lights are added around the color sensor using a breadboard. These are powered by a 6-volt battery. The lights are there to give a consistent light source to the color sensor. The Raspberry Pi is the brains of the operation. It gets information from the color sensor and does something with that to decide what sound file should be played on the speaker. This sound file is transported to the speaker using a 3.5mm jack on the Raspberry Pi. The speaker also gets power from this 3.5mm jack.
Hello, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the code. It's relatively simple. We calibrated the sensor so it outputs RGB values, and using those values we can determine what color was measured. Then using an if-else structure we can determine which audio file should be played so the user knows what color was measured. So when you load this onto a Raspberry Pi, you're good to go.
So now that we've looked into the programming and the electronics parts of the device, we can look into how the device functions. First of all, you press the button on the device in order to start the code. Then, once the color has been detected, a sound file will be played on the speakers that are connected to the device in order to let the user know what color the object in front of the sensor is.
This object is blue. This object is red.
This is the 3D CAD modeling. This has the shape of the box. Basically it consists of the 9 parts, 6 of them walls. The box itself consists of the pins also and the holes in the walls to keep everything construction in the strong place. Open and close this box. We have some rods, one of them on the back and one on the front. Also there are 2 holes, one is in the front for the sensor of the color and the LEDs to scan the object in the front, and there's on the sides because there will be speakers inside of the box.
All in all, this device, using these specifications and this design process, would be able to help colorblind and blind people alike overcome the struggle of not seeing colors. Thank you for watching.